Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3, and where we left off we were finishing the destruction of Germany. As you can see, we've pretty much got this all in hand now, and I'm moving to try and recapture Denmark for the Allies. I'm waiting on the Allies. Hopefully they will be here this month. There's going to be no part of Europe left for them, to be honest, if they don't get a move on. Now, our fuel situation is looking a little bit precarious, so we just need to try and keep an eye on that if we can. Sending units sort of as fast as possible into northern Germany here, because there's some pretty major victory provinces at, and you're going to have to forgive my pronunciation, Jurskirchen and Bitburg. If we can take both of those, Germany will capitulate. They're at 66.9 at the moment, and we are attacking Stuttgart as we speak, and Dusseldorf is worth 10 as well. So there's a few sort of things going our way here. I'm trying to dislodge Beck from Dortmund. And you know what? I'm going to use these Guards armor divisions to push up as well, because I don't need them down there, to be honest. I need them more pushing towards here. And I think the working from home revolution is happening in the UK quite heavily. Boris Johnson today released a message saying that effectively anyone that can work from home, please work from home. So hope everyone keeps well. You know, I don't know what part of the world you're in. In fact, it'd be an interesting thing. Please leave a comment and tell me what part of the world you're in. We're playing a Soviet campaign, so sort of, you know, the world's proletariat. Let me know where you're from and things. Not sure if I've actually ever asked where people are from. I know that analytics show me a few things. I've got some people that watch me from the Philippines. I've got a Russian guy that watches. But yeah, you know, I always find, you know, where people come from quite interesting. So let me know where you're from. If you want to. You don't have to. I think my accent gives me away as being a hearty British speaker. From England, not from Scotland. An American thought I was, what did they think I was? Thought I was Scottish, which, I mean, come on. Really? You thought I was Scottish? Really bizarre. I've never actually heard anything as ridiculous as that. If I was Scottish, I'd be bloody insulted. That's one thing you wouldn't want to say to a Scottish person, actually. You know, if you said to a Scottish person they sounded like me, that would go down fucking poorly. I'll tell you that. Because Jesus Christ. No, I do not sound Scottish. Right, so I do appropriate a little bit of Scottish slang every now and then, but yeah, not accent wise. Okay, so let's move up some armor to keep this advance going. As I say, I want to reach this heartland area here. Is that where you're all going? Good. This is like point and click simulator at the moment. It's great. I'm glad I did what I did with the Soviets. I think this build worked fairly well. It wasn't 100%, but it did what I wanted it to do. Which was, I wanted a really fast, mobile Soviet army that I could redeploy in a moment's notice. And that has worked perfectly. So I'm really happy with that. We've established a load of satellite states in the Balkans. We're just moving into Serbia now. In fact, it looks like we'll be capturing the capital very quickly, which means we'll get another puppet on side. Greece wants a trade deal, we'll do a trade deal. We're dealing with the last vestiges of German resistance in Hungary. There's a few Italian divisions that I think we're at truce with that are just passing through. Right, so we're just pushing out with there. Dortmund. So yeah, we're right in the middle of the Ruhr areas. A couple of tank divisions that we can throw at that stupid mechanized units. A decent mechanized unit as well, I should say. Fighting well. Right, got some planes here. Right, come on. Should be moving into Stuttgart presently. And we should be killing Hitler soon enough. I think Hitler's going to outlast the fall of Germany, you know. I reckon. They're trying to break out there, but it's not happening for them. And it's all great having all these HQs, Germany, but if you haven't got any units with which to man them, you're going to have a bad time. I don't care about Croatia. I just want to get this done. Come on, Germany, you've nearly had it. We shall be dining in Cologne soon enough. Oh, and the Special Red Banner Forces. You're the guys leading the charge. Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's kind of cool in its own way. We're being counterattacked, actually, by a German motorised division, which... well, a German motorised brigade. And I imagine the Allies must be landing soon. I mean, come on. Speaking of which, they have nothing with which to defend the coastline. There we go. Right, we've nearly reached the Saar areas, which is one of Germany's heartlands. We've got a couple of SSR units here. Not a lot. I mean, there's actually a decent concentration of forces here, but they're all absolutely pathetically weak. So I imagine we will win pretty handily there. Let's move into the Dutch lands. Get a bit of liberation going on. Communism's not all bad. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I mean, look at the way that we've destroyed the fascists. That's got to be impressive, right? So we've liberated most of Denmark. And the Norwegian area is probably going to be where most of the German units are left. And in fact, have we got some Americans on the way? I hope so. Well, in fact, a landing, by the looks of it, over here? Ooh. Finally some landings. When the war's won, the Americans arrive. They're always late. Get your Americans being late to the party jokes out now. That's a very British joke, something that a lot of Brits say. Is that that's the capital, isn't it? Ah, no wonder they're defending it so much. The new capital is Dusseldorf. Or Dusseldorf. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, actually. Whether or not it is pronounced Dusseldorf or Dusseldorf. Now, I imagine taking this... Yep, 79%. Right, chuck that infantry division around. And this is the last of their units, really. These rural areas are what's left of their great and mighty army. It's only Croatia, to be honest, where there's any German units left. Well, I'm not that bothered about fighting down there. In fact, let's beeline it. Sarajevo. Zagreb, that's their victory provinces. Let's see if we can just nab them. Speaking of which, come on, chase them down. Let's just commit tanks and infantry straight through into the main homeland of Croatia. This will be the only Axis power left in Europe at this point. And they'll have, more units than Germany has currently. Yep, so there's a load of encirclements in the south here. Into the Alpine regions. There will be no Alpine fortress. And the 1st Mountain Division, which has been fighting pretty much non-stop all the way from, like, the steppes of Russia to this side of Germany, is still fighting now. Again, I'll give some credit where credit is due. That's an impressive record they've got. Pretty much all of Germany is now under my command. Let's attack Bitburg. Being counterattacked. Just a HQ division. Come on. Victory province-wise, we're just waiting to knock over really these two, aren't we? %. And a stupid HQ division. It's only 3 units now that are sort of holding them in place. Into the Netherlands we continue, I say. I think all of the major German ports are now in our command. So I'm not sure where they're basing their subs out of now, because it isn't going to be German ports, it will have to be the French ones. Speaking of which, aha, there are 3 battleships there, which is more than I thought they would have. Sure, Britain, you haven't been pulling your weight. And the Americans are going hardcore. Right, redeploy there. Right, come on. You've nearly pushed that stupid division, stupid HQ out of there. Led by some crappy old guard guy. And the question is, are we going to make it to French soil? And we just took Stuttgart. On the last German areas to worry about. .1. So Hitler is definitely going to outlast, I think, his Reich. Hopefully we capture him alive. Stupid, very high organisation units that are actually crap. They're getting on my nerves. Hopefully, we can just finish this pretty soon. There's nothing tactical about this, which is what makes it boring. It's literally just go, 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 shoot, 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 kill, kill, kill. Right, come on. Up and around, let's get into Luxembourg as well. Force out that mountain division. We'll be attacking in 21 hours, so not long at all. We won the Battle of Mönchengladbach. And there's almost no Germany left for the Germans to actually cling on to. Let's try and make it into Amsterdam. We don't have the option to liberate anyone yet. We've done this in 1944, so ahead of time. There we go. That'll be the German forces dealt with there, and oh, we've reached Arnhem. Of course, the site of Montgomery's greatest failure, but often history is a bit harsh on it. It wasn't the worst calamity in World War II by any means, but sometimes you read some of these histories and you think it would be, judging by some of the things that have been written about it in the past. Come on. Right, 88.7. Just won the Battle of Strasbourg. .3, so I think Dusseldorf by itself will probably do this. So come on, you must be close to cracking now. And I think this is the last hurrah of Germany. They've got effectively 3 decent divisions left, and they're flinging them in to battle. They've got 47 units in reserve here. Now, I don't think that's actually that many men yet. 48 units, but only 5,500 soldiers. I think that says a lot about their combat effectiveness at this point. We'd say had it would be a good term. Right, Greece has been liberated. And Croatia is our last target. Let's add a puppet war goal against them. This has been good. Not perfect, by any means. We could have done this better, I think. But it's a shame I couldn't have done this in 1943. But I think the advance would have just been too much. And did we just take... We just took Dusseldorf. So, Germany. No. They are hanging on by a thread. They've got a few victory provinces in the south here, and then this one that Hitler himself has got. And speaking of some stupid Germans in the back lines, kill them. And I wonder what the intelligence predicts about Germany now. 129 I see apparently. Pretty sure my intelligence is wrong there. Just won the Battle of Aachen. Right, and it's time to bring some more weight towards the Battle of Bitburg. Because that first mountain division, which has been a thorn in my side for too long, needs to be dealt with. And it's time to get into France proper. We might even be able to make it to Paris, which would be good. Yeah, we've got 10 divisions fighting against effectively nothing. And speaking of nothing, that organisation bar is dropping now. There are pretty much no German units left in Germany, which makes me very happy. Send some more towards France. And it's only now where they've managed to rebuild a concise front line, really. And even then, it's not really a proper one. Push up towards Zagreb. more like it. Although they're still only losing 0.1 a day. Another level 3 commander that we're just chucking into the meat grinder. Come on, push up. Finish the job already. We are probably 2 victory provinces away from finishing Germany. Make it happen. Literally, Bitburg needs to fall. Kill him off. And you ain't reinforcing. That will not happen. Kubler. Von Richthofen is in command. He's a level 5 commander. They've got 5 units in reserve, and it's Alfred Jodl, who is chief of the army staff, I believe. And OKH is destroyed. Fall of Berlin. Berlin, Adolf Hitler's envisioned Germania, has finally succumbed to the advancing Red Army. After a pitched battle in which Soviet troops stormed the critical Seelau Heights east of Berlin, and heavy fighting was brought to the city itself. German pioneers attempt the speedy demolition of the Moltke Bridge over the Spree, but only partially succeed, with Russian infantry still being able to cross in large numbers. After a fierce battle inside the Reichstag building, the Soviet flag is finally raised on its roof, and Berlin has fallen, and I believe, is that gonna kill... Yeah, Germany will surrender. So, I'm going to hit a save here. I imagine the game might crash. The only German units in Germany are a single Panzer division here, and then a few units, as I say, right on the border. But we've reached, I think, the end. We're waiting for 1 day. See if we can't reach the Atlantic coast in that day. Wouldn't that be cool? No, we won't reach the coast. Well, we have, I guess, because we reached it here. So, yeah, I guess we did reach the coast. Yeah, we lost the battle there, whatever. But we won the Battle of Amsterdam. And here we go. So we have Germany as a puppet, I believe. France has been reformed, but we control a bit of it. And is a part of the Allies. Belgium is free. By the looks of it, these guys are free. So, yeah, we've created our great and mighty... Oh, you know what? For completeness, take out Croatia. I believe Croatia is the last Axis country in Europe. Oh, the Italian Socialist whatever party. Well, we're not at war with them. We'll come back for you. The Germans who are a puppet. Wow. Okay. That is the end of this campaign. Let's finish off Croatia. Right, move into Zagreb. Go, go, go. And we, the Soviet Union, have created our own little world here, where effectively everyone is communist, apart from France. We didn't manage to capture France. But there are no French units anyway, and there we go, we enforce puppet on Croatia. So, we have defeated the German state. Fascism in Europe has failed, and communism will rise in its place. As you can see, we have completely dominated Germany, I think, in this campaign from near enough start to finish. I am extremely impressed with the performance of the Soviet army. I have to give credit to our on-the-field commanders, because so many of them are level 5 that it's crazy. We have fought, I mean, that's a level 6 guy right there, but we have fought one hell of a campaign here. Thank you to everyone that's watched this series. I hope you've all enjoyed the Soviet series. I've enjoyed it. Please let me know what you want me to do with this series going forward. I think it would be fun to do a Cold War scenario in this, but it's just going to be such a drag, because the USA is such a powerhouse. Not saying, by the way, that we aren't a powerhouse, because we are, but we're not as much of a powerhouse as America is. But it's been a really good campaign. I've really enjoyed it. We've played it through to pretty much the very end. So much for the Soviets, eh? That was good. Black Ice on hard mode against Germany accomplished. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next series. Currently, the UK campaign will continue. It did take a bit of a hiatus while I was trying to get Germany sorted. Or the Soviet campaign sorted, sorry. But yeah, going forward, the UK campaign will come back on a more regular basis. And I'll start playing a little bit more DAC again, because who doesn't love a bit of DAC? Let's just see if there's any decisions to do. Not really, they're all just refitting divisions. Once again, thank you to everyone that watched this series, and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks again. Bye-bye.